The following program was provided by an independent producer solely responsible for its content. The opinions expressed do not necessarily represent the views of this station, its staff, board of directors, or underwriters.
Hi, my name is Leo Connors, and welcome to The Ring and All Other Sports. Tonight, I got a real special episode. David, Devin, and Mike Brickhouse.
Yeah, what's up, Leo?
Guys, how you doing, man?
Leo?
Doing, man.
All right,
Doing.
Yeah. This is your third time, and both your second time now. This is pretty cool.
Yes.
But I was really excited. You guys were one of the first ones. Yeah, actually, you guys were the first field I asked because I came up with the idea that, like, the week of I was doing Trooper Show.
Yes.
So let's just get right into it, guys. So obviously, Brick, you were a fan first.
Yeah. That's obvious.
Yeah.
You know.
So I know you covered it in your episode. But like, real quick, can you tell us when you first saw wrestling?
Basically TV. It's when WCW and all that broke up. Well, not like WCW, like World Class Championship Wrestling.
Right. Oh,
You know what I mean?
Texas.
And then you're watching Mid-South and stuff like that.
Right.
So you're watching all that old school stuff. You know
Right.
what I mean? So I got hooked on like characters.
Right.
Like the Missing Link's one of my favorites. And everybody says the guy can't wrestle. I said he didn't have to.
Right.
All right, you didn't have to. You gotta understand. Everybody feared Kamala.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's the thing about wrestling that's like so intriguing.
Yeah.
You know, so that's what got me hooked. Stuff like that. Plus, my uncles was watching it all the time, and I used to go down there and shovel the horse stalls and stuff. You know, with the horses, go to the races and stuff. And I was walking, and they'd scream at me, "Get out of the way! What? Wrestling's on!" And I'd sit down for a second. I was like 8 years old or something, and I'm sitting down, and it's like, I'm watching Black and White, and I go, "Who's that?" And they go, "That's Killer Kowalski, man. He's giving the guy in the claw on the stomach." And I'm like, "Oh, wow, really?" So I'd sit for a few, and then I go play. And just every time I went down, I was always wrestling. And then they would tell me that they went to Lincoln Park in Dartmouth, and they're watching wrestling, and and I'm like, I didn't have anybody to take me like that. So, as I got older, I got into wrestling but wrestling was around the corner from my house, like I told you before in the interview. So that's how I got hooked, and then that was it.
That's awesome, though, that you said, like, the characters. That's exactly what drew me
we don't
to
have
wrestling.
that. We don't have that.
The guys that you couldn't see walking down the street.
There's no more of that.
No, not at all.
And then as big as them men were, they could wrestle. They could tell a story. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I thought that's what it's all about, really.
So, Dave, you're older?
Yeah.
All right. So you must have been the next fan. Or did you guys find it pretty
Oh no,
much
he
together?
hated this shit. He hated it. He did not like it at
He
first.
probably told me too. This I'm saying.
Yeah, he
probably already told me.
I've been into it since I was a kid. I mean, this guy has been doing it since I was born. I mean, shoot, I was bumping around my house at 2 years old. So I mean, wrestling's been in my blood forever. I mean, I can't remember a time where there wasn't wrestling involved. And now that I'm not a part of the business, my 5-year-old and my 7-year-old, I mean, specifically my 5-year-old, he loves it, absolutely loves it. And I can't get away from it because of him. I wanted to step away. I didn't want any part of it anymore. I was just good with it. And then my kid fell in love with it. So now, every Friday night, we watch NXT together. He loves NXT. That's his favorite. He's upset Adam Cole went to AEW though, because we don't watch AEW. So
You're gonna stop.
well, I'm gonna have to start. Yeah.
And then he'll like Jungle
he
Boy.
likes
And
who
he'll
he
like,
likes, right?
Yeah. He does the whole Adam Cole thing and stuff. He's a character.
Awesome.
He's funny. But I've been a fan pretty much my whole life. And I'll always be a fan of wrestling. It's just I'm just done with it.
All right.
It happens.
So you didn't like it at all?
No, see, the whole thing is I didn't like it at all. I saw them wrestle a few times. I tried to join in. Dad goes, hits me once. I go, when I cry, I go to the other room. Complain the whole time. Like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I hate it. And then as time went on, I see them. I was like,
I thought it was
15.
a good sell.
Good character. Get in there. No, when I was 15 and I was turning 16, obviously when you're 16, you start training, stuff like that. Now, David started training when he was born. Right. So,
yeah, I didn't train in the ring until I was 15, though.
Yeah.
15? Yep.
But you know what I mean. You get it.
Right.
So I was 15 going on 16. And I saw them two having so much fun. So I was bored. I had nothing to do. I was like, I really want to go hang out with my family again. So I said, hey, Dad, can I wrestle?
While I'm
He
driving?
says, "Well, yeah, while we're driving somewhere, I forgot where we were going,
Doesn't
but
matter.
and I said, "Can I wrestle again?" So we waited until I turned 16, and then that August, I started going to. It was a RDW in a warehouse in the south end of New Bedford. Okay. He was my trainer along with Nick
Forge.
Amaral. Holy crap! I remember those times. It's
we had some fun in
It was
there.
fun. It was
Yes,
fun.
he did.
It was fun. It was
Yes,
fun.
he did.
It was fun.
That's where I met Shea Kudo and stuff like that, and I had a blast. And I'm still doing it currently.
Right.
I love it so much. I don't know if I could ever step away, unless my body tells me to. Right now, my body's saying, "What the hell are you doing?" I'm like, "Yeah."
You'll get there. You'll get there. You'll get there. My neck and my back are killing me.
But that's how I get into it. I just want to spend time with my family. That's
All right.
all.
When you were younger, like just find and wrestle, were you a magazine kid too?
No.
No? All right. You guys at all?
Nah,
I was.
nah,
Huge.
no.
That's why I always ask the question.
So I hung out with Eric. I hung out with Eric Dillon. He had every magazine you could ever think of.
Really?
Yeah, just so if I
Every
ever want,
CD too.
if I had a magazine question, I just asked him.
Every CD too. Yeah,
Everything.
Every
He had
music
everything.
CD.
Every action
everything.
figure. This dude
everything.
had action figures where he would have hardcore matches with him and then take a marker and paint blood on their face after hitting them with a chair. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, he's bleeding now. Oh, okay. I was like, dude, I said, you're 18 years old. What are you doing?
Hey, Spaceballs. You didn't see me playing with
Yeah.
Eric, he was on there not too long ago.
Yeah.
Yes, I seen actually.
All right, what was the first wrestling show that you guys remember your dad taking you to?
Oh my goodness.
And was he working it?
Probably. Honestly, probably. Yeah,
yeah.
he was probably working
Yankee-
it.
They were in the
Yankee
locker
Pro.
rooms with me.
The first thing I remember is Yankee Pro.
He probably remembers Yankee Pro. I remember not much, but I do remember a little bit of NEW, but it was mostly Yankee.
NEW or NEWA?
NEW,
No,
New England Wrestling.
New England Wrestling
Okay.
out of
That's what
New Bedford.
NEW turned into like Yankee and South Coast.
Yankee
Okay,
turned
okay.
into Top Rope.
Right.
Yep.
Right. I saw the guys, a couple top rope guys.
I wrestled for all three
Saturday night.
companies.
All
I
right.
wrestled for two of them.
Yeah, you
So
did.
just real quick before we go any further, how much older are you than Devin?
2.5, 3 years.
Okay, so all right, so 2.5 years. Okay, great. How old were you when you found out he wrestled? As soon as you could, like obviously.
I
as soon as you could
he probably
comprehend.
chopped me as soon as I came out. What do you mean?
Same with you, right? I mean, just
Basically,
as soon as you could comprehend it, I'm sure.
Yeah.
You get a body slam 1 month old.
Yeah, pretty much. As soon as we could hold our head up.
I gotta ask some of these questions because I asked them in the other one. Sorry, guys. Let's see. When did you guys tell your dad you wanted to wrestle?
As soon as I could talk.
Yeah,
I was 15.
Right? Yeah, because like
Yeah,
you
'cause I just said it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah,
said
I
you
bet,
loved
I
it
bet,
right
I
away.
begged for years. He wouldn't let me
Right.
train
And
until I
that's
turned
good,
15.
though, that he waited though. I think
It
that's
is
a
because
responsible parent.
when you're real small.
Yeah.
Okay. One is
Well, I went to
you're
training when
getting
I was a
into a
kid.
ring where your body's gonna get slammed, and you're growing at night. So your body and everything's not. It's growing. That's why you get leg pains and stuff as a kid. But if you start wrestling and somebody's a child and you get that shit gets out of joint, it could grow the wrong way, and just now something else happened at a young age. I dropped the F-bomb. Shut up. So anyway, bleep. Anyway, so you know what I mean. So you know, and like I would said, wait till you're 16, and it's like when somebody's chopping you in the chest, your chest cavity's not even built up. So your heart is not protected like a better shield if you're older.
Right.
So yeah, I told him 16, and then you can fully train, you know, and that's what I did.
responsible.
And that's
But
what
of-
I did.
And of course, you would get in the ring like you said, how like you would train.
Well,
when
I
you
was-
were younger.
I was
how would
trained-
you not? I think it would have been harder for
I went
a
to
man
a
like
few
me.
trainings as a kid. I mean,
Yeah.
10
Yeah,
years
you went to
old. I was
trainings and
10 years
stuff,
old. I
but-
went to train. I was suplexing this guy in the ring in
At
front of all
10
the
years old.
trainees.
I taught him how to suplex me at 10 years old. You know what I mean?
That was
You're just
like,
gonna go
who was
up
that?
and over.
That was when
That's it.
Gino first started training.
Yeah,
Part of Don Vega just started training. A whole bunch of guys were just starting there.
There was
a lot.
There was a lot of
There was a
New
lot.
Englanders.
There was a lot.
And they're still out there going today.
Some of them.
Yeah.
Some of them.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. What was the first company to book all three of you on the same show?
EPW.
EPW.
No,
say so.
no, NECW.
No.
Or it was PWF. It was one of the
It
two.
was,
It was Rocky Raymond.
I think it was.
Rocky Raymond was our first show. All three of us all together in one show.
You sure?
Yep.
It might have been EPW. It
Yep.
might have
Yeah,
been.
I think it was.
It might have been Rocky.
It was me
Raymond.
and you.
Yeah.
It versus him and Shay and the Convicts.
That was the first shows that we were ever all booked on?
All three of us at the same. No, all three of us
At,
at the same
at
time.
the same time?
Yes.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Well,
No, it had to be.
You had to go showcase because We did the John Cena and Gary Gold. And
That was
Travis
before
Folk thing.
EPW.
Yeah, that was,
Yeah,
you
and
think-
that was
you think
before
so?
that. Yeah.
Are you sure it wasn't PWF though?
No, Peter F came later. I was
PWF
like,
came
It
later.
might
I
have
was
came
like, I was
later.
like
Yeah,
2 years.
yeah.
It might-
I was like a
so
year
it
or
was
two
probably
in.
showcased then.
And that
It was probably
a
showcased
really
'cause-
good fun run. That PWF.
PWF?
Oh, PWF was a blast.
Yeah, it was
That
fun.
was like Matt Storm and all
Matt,
that.
Matt,
it was
Matt,
just-
Kyle
Kyle
White,
White.
yeah.
It was just
Yeah, I like those guys.
the
Great
locker
guys,
room
man.
was
Oh, yeah.
really
I still
just
talk to both of them.
phenomenal.
Yeah.
The talent that we all were in the
Right.
locker room with and stuff, and just
Yep.
And
amazing.
then would he bring like guys from Carino's PWF up too, like the
Oh, yeah,
like the
Carino,
Backseat
yeah,
Boys
yeah,
of Carino,
yeah,
and
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
We had a bunch of guys
Yeah,
up there.
bunch
It
of
was
guys.
fun. It was a blast.
Yeah.
We had a
You know,
bunch
hearing
of
about those
Steve
shows.
Bradley's kids. A lot of Steve Bradley's
Yes.
kids were there.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay.
Bob's guys were there. A whole bunch of guys were there. It was just a whole mix of good talent.
Everybody, and
It was just a mix of really good
putting on
talent.
really good shows. Just really
That's
good
awesome.
shows.
It was a blast.
Guys, believe it or not, but Rocky Raymond, that was probably only the 5th time he's ever been mentioned on this show.
It'll be the last.
Okay.
So you I had to ask,
No,
you have any
wait. You just brought him
Rocky
up
Raymond
again, so
stories?
now. Oh, God.
Have any Rocky Raymond
Just
stories?
one.
This guy told me he was going to pay me $25. He paid me $24 every day. 24 every day. He missed $1 every day. How do you miss $1 every day?
It was a dollar
Why
short.
was that
It was a 3 day.
He was giving it to the other guy. He was giving 24 to.
Yeah.
I was like,
I gotta come up with that 16 somewhere for that kid.
I was like $24. I was like, I mean, I was only a
taxing you.
kid, so I wasn't
Right.
mad. You know what I
yeah,
mean? But
he's on a learning phase, and at least
I was
he
also
traveled with
reffing.
me,
I was
so-
also reffing.
Okay.
So, but I got to be in the ring with like, oh my god, who? Tito
Everybody.
Santana,
Nice.
Warlord,
Oh, wow.
um,
You got some nice, that's cool.
Demolition. It was just
Demolition.
Axe though, I think.
It doesn't matter.
But
Half of them.
But yeah,
Half the
so
tag
that,
team.
I was in the ring with
Bruce
quite a few
Beefcake.
legends.
Right.
Beefcake cut my hair. That was fun. That wasn't the same show though. That
No, it
was
doesn't matter.
that was
just like
Dan's
the
show.
things you done,
That was
you know?
Freight Train show that he ran.
Beefcake lived in Boston for a while,
Yeah,
right? Because
yeah.
remember he was working for
Sniffing
the
on the train. I mean-
yeah.
It wasn't not snakes on the plane. The train,
yeah.
sniffing on the train.
That's crazy. All right.
New movie.
All right, David and Devin. Were there any other New England indie veterans that, like, you know, gave you some good advice besides your dad?
Oh my
Like, when
God,
you were
countless.
starting out, I'm sure that's why I've asked you.
Way too many.
Countless guys. You know,
Yeah, it
Ash,
is.
Jose, Matt and Kyle Storm, Mike Foster, the list, Alex Payne, the list goes on for me.
Right.
Next deal.
Nick Steele,
Yeah.
Tex
Rest in
McCoy,
peace.
the Portuguese Stallion,
Widowmaker.
Sean Candido.
Widowmaker.
I can name
Just-
guys forever that helped me
Right.
out.
Oh, yeah.
I
That's
mean,
cool.
constantly.
That's awesome.
you know.
Because that's how it's like
Right.
a family thing
Yeah.
to wrestling is how big is like really is does that circle go? Yeah, we do fall out, some of us, and we don't talk anymore or
Happens
whatever.
in
But
life.
you can't erase what we have
Right.
in that circle of what we all completed in wrestling and still going.
Right.
You know, so it's just like okay, everybody's still around. You're all healthy. That's good. Good.
And I love that about wrestling. 'Cause,
Yeah.
you know, I'm not in wrestling. I'm around it. And I
Yeah.
see that.
That's
Right.
And I see the
right.
love, though, that, you know,
Right.
people show each other, man. It's
Right.
really cool.
There's a lot of not that anymore.
There's a lot of like, there's a lot.
Jesus.
It's just like, you know, you can say they love you, but you know, there's a few that don't love you too
Right.
much. So, but that's all right. You're not here to love everybody.
Right. All right. So, guys, when you were little, did you ever get like really like nervous that your dad was going to get hurt, or scared because
Nervous that my-
he was hurt?
Well, here's the thing is, no. I was never scared he was going to get hurt because
not
I
at
seen him get hurt.
What do you mean? That's the
I was there the day he smashed his ankle and he was out of work for who else? I don't
2
even know. Yeah, 2
I went
weeks.
with a blown up cast.
He-
Started roofing again.
He
2
did.
weeks
It
after
was
that.
just crazy. That's
Oh, I
why.
believe it. I
yeah.
believe it.
But I mean,
Threw that
shoot,
away
I
for
wrestled
these.
the guy and I thought I paralyzed him one time. It's just that was the scariest point. But I was never worried he was going to get hurt or anything because you know what?
'Cause I was getting hurt.
doing it. I was doing it. And you know what? It hurts no matter what.
Hey,
It hurts no
even
matter what.
when you're done, stuff
Right.
just creeps up
Oh.
on you.
But you were ever like,
Oh, no, don't worry,
worried
Dad. I
for
won't
him?
hurt you. That's all right.
Devin, he does dinosaurs. You know,
Okay.
yeah, he gets knocked out every
God
now
damn
and
it,
then.
Dad.
He's just sniffing back.
It is true. It's true. It happens a lot.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he gets knocked. Yeah, you know the thing.
Yeah,
I
when
go.
I'm
He's
out
like
to-
this. I go.
when I'm out to
He's
lunch.
dinosauring again.
I've only been knocked out a couple of times.
Really?
Yeah, only a couple times.
Yeah, I've
What about you?
seen some lights.
All right.
Yeah.
What about you? though?
Life's never
You ever
came for me.
nervous For them, like, you know, you
Yeah,
saw
yeah,
something happen and
uh,
it was like, whoa.
all the time.
Okay.
Well, especially when I know if they were doing some kind of match or whatever, and even if they're wrestling, trust me, I
Should have heard how nervous he was when I was putting powerbomb through a table with thumbtacks on her from inside the ring to the floor.
Yeah, and I'm standing there.
Who did that to you?
I went right over
the
there.
Hoods.
Because I walked.
It was a good match. We actually had a fun match
in
that time
case he
too.
got thrown too far.
Right.
I don't care. I'm his dad. I'm catching
yeah,
him.
of
I'm
course.
catching him. Even though I'm not part of the match, I'm catching.
There's not
that
too many
kid,
people I would trust to put me through a table
But-
from inside the ring to the floor. There's
But
not too
Davey
many,
and Georgie,
but Davey and
they'll
Georgie,
take care of him. That's trust for forever. That's
Forever.
just something
It's just
that
what it is, yeah.
they've
Dave's
Dave's always been
wrestled. Always
I don't
wrestled.
Know, Chris as well. You know.
Yeah.
What I
Yeah,
mean?
Pyro.
Not that I
I
know
mean,
Dave, but he's always been really
I grew up with them, and I've been wrestling Pyro
Good-
since I was
it's good
15 years
history
old.
with them.
So
He's a hell of a worker.
he
Both are great team.
honestly, and I know a lot of people like, oh, get all bent about it, but he's my favorite opponent. Anybody,
Nice.
anytime the magic that me and that kid have is just crazy. Like I can just look at him and we just go. It's like him and Jose. I just look at Pyro and we just go. It's just
I look at
it's a
Jose and go,
blast.
I'm gonna get hurt.
yeah. I said,
yeah, he's like, he's gonna stiff me.
no, I always told Pyro, I was like, Pyro, no super kicks. He goes, why? I was like, as soon as you lost, one's coming.
One's coming, right.
So are you wrestling on their shows
What?
that they've been running?
What shows?
Yeah.
Shay and Dave.
NRG.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes, I have.
Because I definitely want to get down there for one, for sure.
Oh no, it's a great show. I like it.
Awesome. All
It's
right.
fun.
So, yeah, any of you guys suffered any serious injuries?
I broke my arm.
How'd that happen?
He did it.
No, you did it. I'm surprised you
No,
didn't break your neck then.
Wait a
Yeah.
minute.
So no, I was young. I was only like 15, 16 years old, and this guy wanted me to be a freaking luchador. But anyway, so
Oh, skinny kid.
yeah.
I put him in a mask.
So, I did the whole Rey Mysterio thing, and then I jumped up on the second rope. I turned out and do a tornado DDT, and when I did, I put my arm like this, and when he
Instead of
landed,
holding my neck.
on my arm, and it
Instead of
broke.
holding my neck, he put his hand out to protect him.
right.
And I'm surprised he didn't break my neck then coming off the second rope.
Nothing happened to me. I split my ear open going down this way. It's
Oh, I mean, that's
three
nothing.
stages.
That-
Yeah, my
that's
arm hurts.
minor.
I said, Dad, don't worry about it, kid. It'll go
2
away.
days later, I was playing video games and I kept getting sharp pains up my arm. So I told my mother, I was like, Ma, I think something's really wrong with my arm. We gotta go to the hospital. My mom goes, here, let me look at it.
You're like, ah!
So we went to the hospital. Come to
we knew
find
it was
out,
hurt then. Hey, we knew it was hurt
I
then.
broke it real bad. Like real bad. Like if she'd smacked it any harder, my arm would have been hanging there like this.
Yeah. Hey,
Oh, Mom.
Yeah.
hey, we don't want fakers.
Right,
It's
right.
just don't fake it.
Yeah, I'm not going to sit in the
hospital.
hospital for 6 hours. She said, as we're on the way there, we're sitting in the waiting room. She goes, there's nothing wrong with your arm. You're fine. We get in there, they
I'm
take
so
the x-ray.
sorry. I'm sorry. Comes out with a cast on. I'm
So
sorry.
what happened to your ear?
Davey.
Yeah, Dave.
Oh, Davey's lumped you a couple times.
yeah,
You-
that
you didn't
big
turn your
shine I had.
face. You
Remember the
forgot to turn your
shine?
face. Yeah, you didn't turn your face, dummy. He said to. And you didn't turn your face. This dude come in with an elbow to the face.
Dude, no, it's good. No, I watched the match with the ear, to split the ear, dude. I turned my head this way, so
Oh,
he hit
yeah,
me right
he
here.
split his
He
ear.
goes,
Well, that was
I'm like,
well, that was Davey being hyper
No,
Davey.
it was just an elbow.
Davey gets a little wild sometimes.
Yeah, a few of them.
I never really wrestled him per se. It's always been like a tab match. Never a single. I'm a sissy.
No, it's not true. No, what are you talking
book
about wrestling?
that stuff.
Dude,
I don't book
let
that
you be
shit.
guy, not him.
I don't book that. You did.
No, I've wrestled him plenty of times. We've done staple guns and everything. Hit each other with chairs, chains,
Right.
doors. But yeah, it was always a blast. Me and him though, we and we
wrestle.
first listen. We have no
can't.
chemistry together
No,
when it
zero.
comes to fighting each other.
Zippo.
Because what it is he gets nervous. And we think we have to do a whole bunch of things that we don't actually have to do. And then every time we wrestle, this dude is
Yeah.
Doing the dinosaur. He's out.
it's
do you mean,
just crazy. He just gets it's because he thinks that we have to over impress people. And I'm like, no, we don't. Just, but at the same
all.
time, whatever. It is what it is.
Right, isn't
We did have a couple good matches though. The one at House of Bricks when we did the strap match, that was a good match. The one that we did at Lethal Pro for Paula's on, I thought that was a good match.
Yeah, that was a good match.
So
my
I
first
mean,
singles match.
we have had good matches, but then
Then they
once the-
become
as the-
brothers, and
as-
some of them. You know what I mean? Like, I'll just rough you up a little bit.
Yeah, it
I'll
was
be a
just
jerk to you.
yeah, it was just what
So
it
how
is.
was the strap
So
match?
David's a jerk.
Oh, the strap match. I'm going to tell you
was
about
cold.
the strap match.
You made it fit.
I made it fair. I wrestled barefoot with him because it was freezing out there,
Sucks,
dude.
doesn't it?
Now we're out there in biker shorts, knee pads, and
Shirtless.
taped feet.
And shirtless.
Shirtless. So we're like, dude, I get out there and I step on the mat and my feet are going numb. I said, oh,
It's cold. It was cold.
so this dude,
Pass it on your dad.
me and this dude, we wrestled like a, I don't know, 10, 15 minute match or what it was. Whatever. We had a really good
That
match.
was a,
Yeah.
that was
we
a
did. We
really
had a,
good-
that was
hard, though. The
probably
ring
our
was-
There's a lot
best
of good
match. That
pictures
was
from
probably our best match to date.
yeah, it was slippery though.
And then at the
why I
end,
better off
we
barefoot.
did the thing where I went over, and then at the end, I let him drop kick me. I flew through the rope. All the coaches from the baseball field had straps, and they were whipping me with the straps all the way back out. So I ran all the way back to the locker room, and I wrapped my feet in all my clothes because they were numb. I couldn't feel them. And this guy comes back. He goes, "Oh," and we got smokes pouring off of us and stuff from sweating. All the steam.
Steven, yeah.
So we're sitting there trying to wrap up
cold.
because we're officially freezing because the match is over. We can't. I'm freezing. I'm wrapping my
Needles
feet
when you're
in
running with
clothes.
your feet.
I couldn't feel anything from my ankle down. It was so numb. I had the wrap. I couldn't even put my shirt on because they were wrapping my feet. I had to.
Yeah, it was
Couldn't
cold.
feel my feet.
The coldest up
It
to
was
the
a good
second
time
ever.
though. We had a good match though. That was back
Yeah.
when I could do 450s.
Wait, tell me, that
I
was
was
by the
skinny.
water?
No,
Like,
No,
okay,
that was
in the middle of a baseball field.
Baseball
in
field.
Bradford.
Yeah, an open baseball field in
Could have been
October.
worse. It could have been down by the Cape, where it really would have been cool.
Oh, we're in New Bedford. It's right on the water. I mean, it's not much
Yeah,
different.
yeah, we're five minutes
still
away from
windy.
downtown, you know.
Oh, that's funny.
That was a cold night.
It was.
All right. How cool was it, though, when you guys all got to team up together for the first time?
Memories that'll last a lifetime.
All right, who's taking the heat? Devin. Damn it. All right, let's go.
No,
That's what he thought of it.
wait. Now,
Seven years.
Listen, you don't know what it was like before you joined wrestling. That's why. You don't know what it was like.
Every month, who's taking the
Hey,
heat?
you're gonna remember
I
this.
guess I
when
am.
David tagged with Dad when we
Listen,
started.
no. You got it easy in my opinion.
No,
Because you know what
sure.
happened?
You
I was
come
tagging
in,
with-
you take the heat,
this is
David
what
gets
happened.
relaxed.
This guy, right? We start tagging. I'm a young boy, you know what I mean? Whatever. So it's my learning curve. Ooh, dropping
Get a
this.
Oh, hello.
comeback?
No, worse. The dude's worse, bro.
Worse.
Listen. So this dude, I do all the work and I get the hot tag. This guy, he goes in, does the double down, and that's it. It's my turn again. It's like, so listen. So me and this dude, I'm working this guy. I just took a whole bunch of heat from the freaking face team. I tag him in so I can get a breather. He goes in, does a little arm wringer, tags me back in. I said, oh, what the?
He goes, Dad, what are you doing?
I said, Dad, I can't breathe. So I get back in the ring. I'm working some more. I take some more heat to tag him back in. He comes in, does a couple kicks and boots, and tags me back in. I'm like, what are you doing, guy? I need a breather.
working,
So this guy, he's complaining, but he doesn't understand that I was working 12-minute tag matches on my own.
12 minutes.
I would
by
do
yourself.
nothing. And I kept tagging him in every time. He'd probably take 2 breaths, and I've already gone over and said, "Get him,
Dude,
kid, get
I
him."
wouldn't even have time
What are
to
you
turn.
doing,
I wouldn't
Dad?
even have time to turn around and yell at the fans because I was still trying to breathe.
That's hilarious.
He's like, what are you doing? I said, I already know this stuff. You're learning. I said, go.
I tell you what, though, it helped.
Yeah.
It did
Well,
help.
see, like you said, memories to last a lifetime. How cool was it when you just went to Fenway?
Oh, that's
Which
pri-
time?
that's
I went
priceless.
twice.
That's priceless. That's
You know,
priceless. It's
Like all
it's
that
priceless.
talent that was at Fenway the couple
it's
times we
incredible.
went.
That is a long.
There was what 30 something matches or something
No,
like
yeah.
that. It was crazy.
last time
It's
I was
just
there,
really
last
good.
time it was about 40, like 42.
I think the time that we had went though, it was like
I wanna say
30,
30.
30
We
went the first
36 or something like
I
that.
still
Either
got
way,
that
it was a
picture.
lot.
I went to 2 of. They had 4, right?
Yeah,
And I
something
went to
like
2
that.
of.
Yeah.
I went to two.
Yeah. I don't know if they're ever going to do that again. But.
I
Yeah, I asked
It
that
doesn't
girl,
matter. It
Suzanne,
all-
to go.
like
We
they
just,
said.
I honestly, I was debating on going because I knew there was like 40 matches on the damn card. And I was like, I really don't want to sit around all day, but I was like, you know what? I said, I got to do it at least once. So I was like, all right, let's do it. So I went up there and we all went up there and we sat around and we got guys taking naps on their gym bags and stuff because we're waiting for hours just to wrestle.
Yeah.
Just to
felt bad.
wrestle.
I felt bad for main
all in
event
gear,
guys.
ready to go.
I felt bad for the main event.
Yeah, because we had to be there.
Oh,
We
yeah,
had to be there
okay,
2
right,
hours
right.
before the festival started.
Yeah.
And we had to stay there until our match was over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we did.
Great,
It was fun.
Great memory though. For
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Especially-
Wrestling at
especially
Fenway,
if you're a
it's
baseball
priceless.
Red
It's
Sox
Oh, yeah,
fan,
I got
you know what
a
I mean?
picture with
Yeah.
those two in my back seat. I was like, oh,
Yeah,
Yeah, there was like that pops
I
up
met
on
Leo
Facebook
Connors
every
there.
year.
I met Leo Connors there,
That's
yeah.
right, I met
Yeah,
you there,
yes,
yeah.
yeah.
And then the other time I went with Sonny.
Yes.
And we were shooting stuff for both for this show, and we were going to try to shoot stuff for the cooking show, but I don't know what's going on with that. But let's get back. It's all about you guys, not about me.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your company, House of Bricks.
Okay.
Ooh.
Can you take us through a typical show day?
No.
And I mean, like, you know,
I'd rather not. Can we not?
That's why I asked you guys all here if you guys had a lot to do with it.
Because when people say, you know, oh, all you do is set up a ring and all you do is just do this and that, and they don't realize that it's funny. You can take a ring down in an hour and a half and put it away in the truck.
Right.
But who's going to go put it away? Make sure it comes whatever, and then whatever they do with the mileage. That's it. You know what I mean? And then now you start at like 11 or 10. I usually like to start at 10. I'm up at 6, 5:30, whatever, because my brain is already like, poop, I didn't even sleep. I know there's a show day, and I hope everything goes as planned, you know. Hectic. Well, once I pick up my buddy Jordan, you know, he was my right-hand man. He did all the computer music.
I think I'm friends with him on Facebook.
Yeah, he's one of my
Seems
best
like a
friends.
great
Jordan's
guy.
good people.
Yeah.
And Danielle, his wife, used to collect all the tickets
Yep.
for me. She hated it, but she did it anyway. That's why I loved her.
Thanks, Danielle.
What's that, Raposa?
So, yes. So, I mean, it's just a day of like, I've always done this when I was a rookie.
Yeah.
So I already knew how to set up rings. I learned how shows run. I've been behind that scene where I see how it's done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you do need them pieces. You need that right hand person. You need that person at the gate. You need that because you're running back and forth with the talent. You know, you got talent calling in, I can't make it. I got a flat on the highway, you know what I mean? Be late, you know what I mean? So now your card's going like this.
Oh, that card
you know,
subject to
so
change is a real
it's
thing.
just So and I did fundraisers. So you're not going to yell at anybody for missing a fundraiser because it's their time donating to help raise money for good causes. That's all it is. If something happens, as long as they're okay and they're home safe or whatever they're safe, whatever they do or happens, that's the good thing. Well, I mean, it was hectic some days. There was some days I was going nuts, you know, but it's what I've been doing for 33 years or so, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's part of running the show, man. It's part of running the show.
When you love
Stressful.
wrestling, you just love wrestling. I mean, I don't watch wrestling that much anymore.
Really?
Yeah, slaps leg. Anyway, so too much of it. Anyway, so
Now, like for instance, like when you would have like the ring crew, or whatever. What time would you want them to like have set up?
This is the ring crew. We're looking at it. What do you mean?
So what time
like I
would you
said,
guys,
people-
what time would you guys say?
But I-
Hey,
So
who was
like
in
you said,
charge?
like you said,
But
who was in charge? No, he was never in charge. The only thing he was to yell at us, oh, tighten the ropes. No. Why? You're doing it. That's why. Because you know what? He used to yell at us because the ropes were never tightened the way that he wanted. I said, you know what, Pop? I'll set the ring up. I'll put
set the
everything
ring up, so
together.
I tighten
You're
it.
doing the
I
ropes.
tighten
I'm
it.
done. I'm not
So-
touching it after that.
so every show I did the rope.
And then I usually ask whoever shows up early to do the aprons because I hated tying those damn things. I hated
They
those
were
damn
the
things.
aprons underneath with
It
the
took
ropes
like
to go
30
around.
minutes within itself, dude. It was awful.
Really?
Yeah, it's annoying.
I
Some of the
hated it.
aprons are annoying. But
Sometimes the rope just breaks on your hand. You got to redo it
It's never
again.
tie a knot.
You're like,
Yeah, we'll go to the hole.
Dad, go to the store. I need a rope. Tie it where it stands.
Now, am I looking at the booking committee too?
No.
he can't book anything. Listen, all
me,
right.
no.
So House of Bricks, when it first started, it was me and him. It was me and him. But me and him butt heads and argued so damn much. I said, you know what, Pop, I quit. And that's when Jordan stepped in.
Yeah.
You and Jordan.
Yeah, because he sucked.
No. What do you mean? That's not your idea. That was my
Jordan put it
idea.
on
You
the
yelled
card.
at me for hours because of it. And then what I would do, because I quit, what I would do is I'd call Jordan. I'd be
know
like,
what?
Jordan, you should
You
book
and
this. He goes,
Jordan-
oh, that'd be a good idea. And he'd
Yeah.
run it by him.
Yeah.
And he'd book it.
Hey, and they
Game
didn't
for
know
Jordan.
that. I knew they were playing me
Right.
because I used to tell Jordan, they go, yeah, David tell you that? No. I mean, no. Yeah, he said something.
Yeah, this guy would call me up. He'd call me up like midweek before the show starts. And I'm like, he'd be like, hey, I need somebody to wrestle this guy. You got anybody in mind? Like, what am I, a talent scout?
You should know. You know everybody. You should be.
And I was like, so I'd come up with names and I'd drop names, and whoever used, they used. You know, I tried, and then everybody'd be like, "Oh, how do I get on Pop's shows?" I was like, you know how many people cancel? Show up with your gear. Just show up with your gear, dude. And you know what? When Pop says, "Hey, this person didn't show up," I'll go, "Hey, he's got his gear." Oh, guess what? You know how many people got booked? You know how many people got booked because of that?
Yeah, I
you know,
believe it.
You know how many
Of
people
course.
became champion because of that? Because you showed loyalty and you kept coming back? Are you kidding me?
Right.
Right.
Yeah, it's a given, man. If you're a wrestler and you're going to a show, if you don't have your gear, you probably shouldn't be a wrestler.
I always carried my
Well,
gear.
here's the thing: is
I did on shows I never even
if
thought
you
about
have no
being on
interest
just because I brought my gear and I
if you
showed
have
up.
no interest in working on the show, then yeah, if you want to leave your gear home, fine. But if you do have interest and want to be there, why is your gear at home? Always bring it just in case. Like that was one thing he taught me from the beginning. If you want to go to a show, bring your gear. Why? Because if something happens, somebody can say, "Hey, he's got his gear. Let him work." And it happened. It happened to me.
And it helps to go to shows too and help out because I watched Alan
Yes,
Price
yes,
help
yes.
out at Beyond, and then one day
I
show
was
up,
doing
he
that
he
when-
was at the showcase match.
When me and this guy would show up at like NECW when I was a young boy, I'd see him still setting up railings and stuff. I'd just go I'd go put my gear away and I'd go hop up and start putting stuff together with him. Just a part of the business.
It's
It's called,
absolutely.
they call
I
it
think it
paying
just
your
sets
dues,
good
but I just find it
examples.
respectful to just help out the show that you're helping out to begin with.
I still do that now to this day.
Wrestling will continue. Wrestling
Still
will
haven't
continue
stopped.
if everybody
Tiring.
helps. If everybody helps, wrestling will still continue.
Absolutely.
But when people start stopping,
Yep.
then that's like you're trying to set an example for the next generation of professional wrestlers.
Right.
Okay, you want to be a jerk or a meathead, then be one. You know what I mean? But in all reality, how'd you get where you were? Because somebody helped you. Somebody helped you. Somebody booked you. You know what I mean? And no matter backyard, front yard, side yard, it doesn't matter. Somebody booked you and gave you ring time. And then somebody else noticed you while you were in that ring probably and said, "Hey, would you like to work a show?" And then that booking. Now your bookings are getting more because it only takes one person to see you.
Yeah,
That's
right.
all it takes.
That's all it
You
takes.
just word of mouth after,
That's
man,
it.
that
Boom,
kid works
boom,
so good.
boom,
so,
boom.
so on and
Yeah.
so on.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice.
Yep.
All right. What's the worst injury you guys have ever seen?
Seen or have?
Oh my goodness, a lot. He's seen worse than I have, but I was there when Brandon Webb broke his heel, and he shattered that thing good, man. His heel literally, his bottom of his foot looked like a spider web. It was bad.
Yeah, it was all purple.
I've seen people break their legs. I've seen people break their arms. I was there when Tomas broke his arm.
Yeah.
We're doing the 450 at
Otero?
NECW. Yeah. Yep. It was that I've seen some things. It's a very scary thing when that happens, no matter who it is. It's very scary.
Yeah.
Is that why
it's-
he don't
anybody
wrestle
gets
no more?
hurt.
I don't
Was
know
it-
why he doesn't
what was
wrestle no
his
more.
BMP? Was it
Oh, BMT.
Brandon?
Yeah, Brandon Michael Thomas.
Yeah,
It was BMT.
BMT.
It was
Yeah.
BMT.
Sorry,
Yeah.
but
Well, he's got like 37 kids, so.
No.
Hey, you know what though? You know what though? He's
She's
losing a ton of
awesome.
weight.
he's losing a ton of weight. I
They
see
both
she's
look
awesome.
great.
No,
They-
they're
They're
great.
doing, they're doing great.
They're doing
They're
awesome.
It is great.
I think him and Bloodstone they have a competition. How many kids they can have?
I actually met her like
More
a long time
wrestlers.
ago.
Yeah, for real.
Worked for Ring of Honor a little bit.
Yeah,
She's
yeah,
definitely-
yes,
she's really,
yes.
really cool.
Yep.
Nice.
Yes.
All right. What about you? Is that the worst injury you ever saw? Were you there for that?
I saw a kid break his leg on a clothesline, and the bone was sticking out of the side of his leg.
Oh, was that at the Forge? Was that at the Forge?
Max Brannigan.
Oh,
I
I didn't
remember
see that.
that name.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
The Mohawk Enforcer.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh no.
It
Max
was- it
Brannigan.
was
No,
at a
that's not
fair.
Max
I
Brannigan.
guess
That's
the
Max
mat-
Power.
The apron caught his boot,
Right.
and it never went with him, and it just went out the side.
That's like that kid that came down the
yeah.
mat in Kyle's training that day.
Yeah.
The big jacked kid, he came down his first day ever at the training facility. He goes, I don't know if it was a clothesline or a hip toss or whatever he took, dude. His whole ankle was twisted backwards. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, that was gross.
Yeah, I had a kid in training one time, hit the ropes, missed the top rope, took the skin off his neck with the rope rolled up.
I was
his
there
neck,
for that too.
Ripped it right off. It ripped the skin from here, right up on top of his head.
Yeah.
Tore it right up, man.
Oh, yeah. It was
He had
raw.
rope burn
It was
like you
gross.
wouldn't think. That rope burn
He
was
came
so
back.
hot. He
That kid came back. That was
He did it
Sergeant Ears,
again.
right?
He did
Sergeant
it again,
Ears?
and he did it again.
He did it again.
He did it again.
Yeah, he did it
yeah.
again.
Yeah.
Joe Bleeker when he crouched himself on the top rope. He crushed himself so hard. It was
I saw,
it was so funny, but it wasn't funny.
I was there for a show.
So he crotched up on right behind the turnbuckle pot.
He
Like the-
no hand crotched himself on the bar. All you heard was ching. I said, oh,
Yeah, clink. Tiny the Terrible, him and his brother were wrestling at a show, and Tiny does this thing where he falls in the ring and stuff like that. Well, he went to go hit the rope or whatever, and he went through the second, and he smashed the floor with his skull. And that puddle of blood was about as big as Tiny. That thing was just. They stopped the show after that and stuff, and so I mean, I had a couple kids I wrestled knock themselves out right in the middle of the match. Well, you know, yeah, one kid I jumped over. I said, "Hey, get on me like this. I'll take a couple bumps for you. Throw me out." I said, "I'll come up. I'll grab you. I'll choke you on the rope. Take the bump. I'll come in, cheek pin, whatever." I said, "We'll work." Well, when I brought him down, he brought his own knee up and kneed himself in the nose. So he's out like a light in the middle of the ring. I can't breathe, man. I'm like, "How you bleeding?" They're like, "Okay." And I wrestled another kid. We did a school, like a roll up, you know, like a schoolboy roll up, but it was supposed to be, you know, with a bridge or whatever.
Yeah,
so
you go back like that. Yeah.
he
Far
grabbed me
back,
by the
you
waist,
do
and
that.
next thing you know, I hung onto the rope.
Okay.
And so he would roll back, stand up, and then give me a move or whatever. Well, I'm sitting there, I'm going to the audience that was there, and I'm like, "Yeah, smart, I hung on." I turn around, he's on his knees in the middle of the ring.
When he did the
I'm
back
like-
roll, he smacked his head.
He rolled himself so hard that he smacked his own head off the apron. So now he's on his knees, and I'm looking, I'm like, "Hey, you all right, bro? You all right?" And Barbara, the ref, come over, and she goes, "I think something's wrong with him." I said, "Barbara, if I go check him, I'm kicking him." I said, "You go check him. You're the ref." All right, she goes over there. "Hey, you okay? You okay?" And I'm even talking to him like, "Hey, you all right? You all right?" And he stands up, and I see him stagger, so he don't remember the match. So I grab him in another lockup, and I back up to the. I walk him, and I back up to the corner.
Right.
And when I got there, he just leaned on me like he was sleeping like on my chest, and I was like, and I just rolled him off. I gave him a knee. I was probably like, and I rolled him over. I said, "3 right now, Barbara." And it's like 1, 2, 3. I said, "There's something wrong with him." I said,
It was like when Albert.
That's crazy. So he hurts himself.
"Yeah, a couple of them."
I wrestled the guy.
Talk about nuggets.
The second to last House of Brick show. The second to last House of Brick show that we ran. I was wrestling AJ Hot, Albert.
I missed.
He goes, this
I
guy.
missed that match.
He thinks he can do MMA stuff. So I said, "All right, you want to do some MMA stuff? Let's do it." So he goes, "All right." So he's gonna do like the jump up twist armbar.
Yes,
I do
yes,
the front roll. He gets me in the armbar.
Right.
Well, he went up over and landed straight on his face.
Man, hey,
I didn't see it.
David's got
So my arm's like this. I'm face down on the mat, and I'm starting to sell for a second. And I realized this guy's not moving. So I just went, and I pulled my arm out,
and he's still there.
and he's still there. And I'm in the corner trying not to laugh because I said, I told him not to do it to begin with. And this guy takes the camera. He's the cameraman. He takes the camera. He goes like this. He goes, "Is he all right?" I said, "Oh, no, he's out." He goes just like this with the camera.
I know he'll take care of him. I know David because, and then
So
David's like, "Hey, take
I
it
went
home,
over,
take it home."
I pinned him, and he kicked out. I said, "Dude," I said, "if you're hurt, that's it. Like, if you're hurt, I don't want to keep going. Like, I just don't want to. Like, I don't want to hurt you."
Smart.
man. It's not a
David's
thing.
right, yeah. Trying to call
So
it.
worst case, I got him in a chin lock real quick. I let him breathe, and then I said, "If you're okay, get up. Let's do some stuff." And he got up and he started doing some stuff, and then he went and did a swanton off the top, and I moved. He bumped, and he said that he felt fine after that.
Yeah, Swanton straightened him right out.
I guess.
Had to be that joke.
I moved so that way he could sell down. So that way he could sell down, I could stay down, and he can breathe some more. Corner, I said, powerbomb me through the chairs, and then I just let
We
him pin
switched
me.
it.
I let him pin me
Switched
because
it
I didn't want to
mid-match.
put him through the chairs with his
Because he's already
head.
hurting. So
He's
you
hurt.
know what? we don't care to switch things.
I didn't
we
care
don't
to win
mind
or lose.
jobbing.
Winning or,
Right.
winning or
Right.
losing doesn't matter.
We love it. We love it because the people.
I'm a
hate us,
heel,
we get
man.
heat.
I'm a
It's
heel,
like, yeah,
man.
we
I'm not
love
supposed
this.
to win.
If
I'm not
it's
supposed to win.
predetermined, who cares,
Yeah,
right? You know what I
listen.
mean? That's what I never
Listen.
understood.
Yeah.
Like the guys that don't want to lose.
Once we get the
and
people
I'll tell
that
you
hate,
guys
right.
off here, somebody that I watched say no,
Right.
and I was like,
I've had guys tell. I've had guys say they didn't want to lose to me. And I said, you know what? I'd lose to anybody in the damn world. You know, you
Yeah.
want to lose to me?
We love
I
to
can't have
roll
one
over.
win. Damn it!
You gotta lose gracefully.
Right, Jimmy, the Sandman
For
says
real.
it all the time, and I know not everybody's the Sandman, but he says nobody ever remembers whether I won or lost. All
No.
they remember is the cigarettes, the Singapore cane, and the
Right.
beer. He goes, they don't even remember me. They remember
So,
these three
hey,
things.
it's like, hey,
Yeah, it's one of the
hey,
greatest
Brickhouse.
entrances in history.
Right, right. Hey,
It's just what
Brickhouse, how
it
many-
is.
That's what it is.
How many,
Honest
how
to
many
God,
belts have you
everybody's
won?
like
How many belts have you won, Brickhouse? I said just as many as I lost.
Right.
I might have got a couple extra wins because I had
I was-
the belts. I said,
I was
but
bad.
I still lost
I was
them all.
bad. Every time I won a belt, I was always talking to the booker about how we could lose it. that's just like
It is.
I just wanted to put the next big guy over. I was
always.
always a heel. Like I only won as a face like once or twice. So as a heel, I was like, yo, who's the next team that we're working up and what are we doing?
Right.
Like I just want to know. I said, and if I get to choose, then I'm gonna go
Yeah.
through the locker room and I'm gonna look at everybody and I'm gonna say who's ready. And that's
right,
it.
Right. Well, so where this conversation just went, I kind of want to go towards like Chris Casanova just got signed.
Good for him. Actually, I was just talking about him
We were
today.
talking
Actually,
about him today.
I literally
Have
was.
you like watched the few matches? He's only
I
had
watched
4 or 5 matches
NXT,
on
NXT,
Yeah.
they absolutely love
Yes.
him. They are chanting his name in matches he's
They're
not
not even in,
involved in.
you know,
He's
so.
not even involved in these matches, and they're in there saying Mellow, Mellow, and I'm like, this kid is gonna
Yeah.
blow up. I said,
And
if
it's
they
good.
do it right,
Right, right,
if
right.
they do it
Yeah,
right.
if they-
And
Right.
it seems like they did
It- I
so
just-
far.
So
Listen,
far, they're
so
doing. So
I
far, they're
just
doing
hope
okay.
that when he goes, if he goes to the main roster,
Right.
that stays. It stays that way.
Right.
Don't
right.
change
No,
him.
Yeah.
Don't change him because
Right.
if he's already on that ride and they're already chanting his name, he needs a bigger arena and
Right.
see if that happens there. You get what
They,
I'm
they
saying?
need to
So,
just let him be him.
I'm just-
He's still
right.
young, isn't
Yeah,
he? Only
yeah.
like 22 or 23
Yeah,
or
yeah,
something
yeah,
like
he's
that.
young.
I think he might be 24.
But
Yeah, either way, he's
That's
a
young.
young
That's
guy.
still young. Yeah, that's wicked young.
We
Young and in the
we
business.
actually
He's
talk
in the
about.
business, so
I'm good friends with Trips, Triplicious, who
Right.
was one of his
Yes,
mentors.
yes, yes, absolutely. I had them both here together.
Yeah, yeah,
we
yeah.
talk about them. We talk about him frequently because Trips is obviously very proud of him.
Oh, sure. Because he helped him a lot.
But that kid's gonna be a superstar. That kid is
yeah,
going to
yeah,
be a
yeah,
superstar as long as they let him be him.
Yeah. I was
It's
talking
crazy.
on here with their other guy, Royce Bishop, and I was just saying how smart it was to put whoever did it, you know what I mean? Like put Christian with Trip, it's to help him because he was
Right,
young up
right,
and coming,
right.
and that could only help him. Trip, who's what, a 16, 17-year veteran.
yeah,
Yeah, at least.
yeah, he's been around a while.
Really good, man.
Yes.
Very at the time. I'm talking when they first started with the Killanova stuff, right?
Yes, yes.
I think too underrated.
Oh,
You know what I
Trips,
mean?
Trips is the man.
Trips is underrated.
Trips
No,
is very
absolutely.
underrated.
I said it right here. He
Underrated.
hit me up, and I'm like,
But
it's the truth, though.
but the thing
Everyone
is
should know who he
no
is.
matter who you train or whatever, it's up to that person to say, "Yep,
Right.
thank you so much, thank you for that."
I tell you what,
much
though, he-
input and stuff like
he
that.
is pushing himself
and
to the
it's-
limits, though.
And the
He
thing
is.
is like Trip, like a lot of us
Yeah.
older guys, we're not asking you for anything.
Right.
Your friendship is cool as hell. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So it's not like we're trying to, it ain't benefiting us. What are we doing? We're doing our thing. We've been doing our thing for a long time.
Right.
So it ain't gonna stop us from doing our thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So God bless all the kids
Anybody
make
that
it.
doesn't have Trips on the show is missing out on somebody that can
Yeah,
help.
it's just
Absolutely.
That'll literally help
Yes.
anybody he's put in the ring with and anybody in the locker room that asks him any
oh
questions.
yeah.
And he's doing great things now, too, with the unit.
Yeah.
Everybody's talking about him.
That's what I mean,
I
though.
tell you what, I talk to him frequently. He's one of my close friends. He's pushing himself more now than he's ever pushed himself before. And like I know he's been traveling with JT Dunn,
Yeah.
going to other shows down south. New York. I think he just went to. He was at NEW. He's just trying to put his foot in the door everywhere. JT getting booked in a lot of places is definitely helping him as well, because what it is JT's like, I have an entourage, I have the unit, and that's what we're doing, and that's the gimmick he's running as many places as he can, and it's helping get trips out there, and the guy deserves it. That's one person I wish I had a one-on-one match with, but I never got the chance. So
You wrestle?
Trip.
Yeah.
I've wrestled him in
I
tag
wrestled
matches,
that.
but
House
I've
of
never
Bricks.
wrestled in
Yeah.
singles.
House of
Same
Bricks.
tag matches.
Yeah. So
He's an awesome guy, man.
he's just a great guy.
And he's a good person.
Yes.
It's not like
Yeah,
he's
that's
just,
what I-
he's not
You
not
guys
just,
don't
a
wait
good
no
worker.
one-
Yeah, he's not just a good
nice
worker.
guy. He
He's
is a good
he's a good dude. That's just what it is.
Yeah.
Like,
Down to earth.
he's somebody
Down to
somebody
earth
I would
man,
call
you
my
know?
friend. It's not not many people in the business you would call your close friend, but he's my friend, and that's
Yeah. Can't speak nothing about him.
No,
Nothing bad,
nothing bad.
at all.
not
Okay.
bad.
And
Except he can't read. He can't read.
we're on the subject, and I know you guys, were a tag team and stuff before, but Josh Briggs is out there now too.
Yeah,
Well,
I kind of like that tag gimmick he's got going on. It kind of reminds me like a new school APA type thing,
Yeah,
where they
I'm
just
glad they're starting to
brawlers.
use him again, because it's hard when all that stuff went down, and then all the talent they said, okay, we still have them, but they stay idled. You know what I mean? And then hey, we might have something for you guys, and then you guys
He put on a lot of weight.
You got to run with it.
That was weird.
You know,
He
here's
did.
the
He
ball,
put on a lot of weight.
I was just gonna bring that.
Not that it looks bad. It's just
No.
that he put on a lot of weight, so
I
he's
was
not
shocked.
that tall, skinny guy
He
anymore.
cut his hair.
He cut his hair. Yep, and he's kind of
Maybe
stocky
he's
now.
going-
So
going
First
for a
time I
different
saw him,
look.
I was shocked.
yeah, so what
going
they're
for a
doing, what they're
different look, more
doing,
medium.
so what they're doing now is they got him in the blue jeans, the flannels.
Yeah.
They're coming out, and they're like country
They're a
boys.
good
That's what they
tag
are. They're
team.
country
They
boys,
really are.
and they're
yeah.
actually talking about pushing them. As far as I watch NXT weekly, so
Right.
it looks like they're gonna give them a decent run when it comes time. So.
I
nice.
could see them seriously on the main roster having great matches, man. Because Josh.
I think
can work.
I think that's the big thing in WWE that's missing is the
It's
tag
tag
division.
teams.
Yeah, like
don't
they
use
have.
it
I mean,
enough.
don't get me wrong.
Tag team wrestling's the
horrible.
best. I'm sorry,
They-
that's my
horrible.
favorite.
They have good tag teams, but they only have so many tag
Right.
teams.
All right,
Whereas
yeah.
in like AEW's tag division is limitless, literally. Like
They can
have-
always bring some.
They keep inviting him back.
Right?
Yeah.
Listen, and the more he gets to work with them, then he'll get his foot in the door more because he's getting callbacks.
Yeah,
See,
which is
that's
good.
the thing.
Good for
It's
him.
callbacks. You can go wrestle for someone once,
Right.
and never wrestle for them ever again.
Exactly.
But you can go wrestle
Yep.
for them once,
Yeah.
and then you're on the main roster.
Right.
So
Right.
when it's your turn to bat, swing for the fences.
Right. What always pissed me off, like in a way, like in the WWE, they'd be tag teams, right? But then they would go like, "Hey, Daniel Bryan, you team up with Kane all of a sudden," and they become
Just
the
out of
champions. Not
nowhere,
that
right.
don't get me wrong, I didn't like hate
What-
it. I'm just saying, like that always bothered me
random.
that they wouldn't let the tag team wrestlers,
Right,
be, you know,
right,
do
right.
the tag team stuff.
They would just split them up and then put them with someone else. and
Yeah,
go,
some random
Why are you
person.
random? Right.
Exactly. And I always
Well,
used to sit there.
Kane had about 43 different partners. If you recall.
I like the. I'll be
Yeah,
honest.
sure, yeah.
The Daniel Bryan one, obviously the Undertaker.
Oh, Team Hell
but
No! I thought that was cool.
I really liked him with X-Pac.
Him and X. Now it's gonna drive me nuts.
All right, so guys, you said you've been in the ring, with like a lot of big names.
I wouldn't say big names, but a lot of good local talent.
Yeah. And what about like guys that were on TV or anything? I know you said Beefcake.
I've been in the as a ref. I've been in the ring with a lot of people.
Okay.
Jamie Noble, Axe Demolition, Warlord, Tito Santana, Beefcake.
Bundy.
I never reffed a Bundy match.
No?
I never got to ref
I
a
thought
Bundy
it was
match.
Bundy
I did
you
meet
met.
Bundy. I mean, I met a lot of guys. I
Right.
mean,
Oh, yeah, I'm
going through Yankee days. I mean, I met a lot of guys just through that alone. But me and him got the rest of the Nasty Boys. That was a blast.
I heard told the story.
Yes.
I heard told the story.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, my
Sorry,
word.
man.
Hold on, Leo.
Don't
Leo, hold on a second.
David, your girlfriend's texting me again. Hold on a minute.
It's his wife.
It's my wife now.
Your wife
It's
now.
your wife.
I wrestled Luke. Now refereeing, I never refereed, so I don't know how to, but I never did.
Luke the Bushwhacker?
Yeah.
Hilarious.
God, nervous
Hilarious.
It was great.
It was great.
I thought
It was
I
great.
killed him.
I thought you did too.
We all thought he killed
I
him.
thought I
Amazing
killed
is that
him.
Nobody really remembers him being the violent dude as the
Yeah.
Kiwi sheep
Listen.
herders. Like I said, I was
Hey,
a magazine
when they were
kid.
fighting in
I knew
chicken
all
coops,
about
when they
them
were fighting
I
in
was
chicken coops,
Oh,
okay,
my God.
crazy.
nuts,
Blood.
oh, blood all the time.
Oh, And then they
All
come
the
to
time.
WWE.
Licking people.
They
Licking
must
people.
have loved that though.
Listen.
No more violent. You know what I mean? They
Yeah.
have to
Oh.
kill themselves.
No. They had
know?
it.
They
rough
were
back
a
then,
they were
let
a
me tell
goofy,
you.
fun gimmick after that.
Right.
It was over.
It was
Right.
That's what I mean. It was,
Yeah. Because he comes around. He's around here a lot.
Yeah,
Luke.
yeah,
He comes
yeah.
in for a bunch of different
Well,
people.
he's got a great memory.
Does he?
Oh, he
now?
Yeah,
Really does.
As
That's
soon as
cool.
I walked in, he remembered
Yeah.
always booking me and my partner out of the '90s
Right.
with his partner out of Yankee Pro and stuff. So it was, just to be. And then I told him who he was, and he goes, "That's your son." He goes, "Oh my word!" He goes, "I'm 72 years old."
Look at the big boy. He looks up to me. He's like, "Oh, you're getting a big boy than me."
So
I
he
was
look-
like, "Hey, how you doing?"
So he looks at me and he goes, "Hey, matey," he goes, "How long you want us to go?" I said,
As long as you
Well,
want.
6 to 10.
No, you said as long
Oh,
as
6.
you want.
No, but I said, as
6
long
to
as you
10.
want. He's like,
He
oh,
goes-
I said 6 to 10. I said, that's fine too. Come back. What do you say?
He goes up to me. He's like, "All right, man, we're gonna go.
We're
about
gonna go
10,
about
15. I was like,
10,
10, 15.
I'm like, okay.
Was he kidding or was he
No,
serious?
no,
It happened.
No, it
happened.
The whole time.
They won at least 12.
the whole month. I was like, all right, so I get up, bump a few times, do his thing, do a jerk.
This guy's
No, he
having
was
to
like-
body slam him and stuff. I'm like, what are you doing? You're
He
gonna kill
called
this
the whole
old guy.
thing. I was like, Bush. I was like, what do you? I was like,
Dude,
what do you
it
wanna
looked like he needs you right in the balls.
Oh,
I'm
it
just saying.
did. It
He
looked so- we
definitely
popped. I
looked
thought
like
that-
he needs you
I
right
was
in the
waiting
balls.
for you to roll
I
your
was
eyes,
in
but-
tears. I was crying.
It was,
my God.
it was really entertaining.
I was nervous as shit.
So it
bro.
was
I was
good.
nervous as a wreck. You can see it in my face. I'm nervous.
Were you booked on the Top Rope show with Taven Need the Animal, George the Animal?
No.
Wasn't that a Top Rope show?
Oh, the moonsault? Yeah,
Yeah.
it was.
Moonsault, yeah, but I don't think I was there for that.
Yeah.
I don't even know why you would even do that. Anyway, I'm not even gonna get into that. not
You
a
ever
Matt
wrestled
Taven
George
fan.
Steele?
Huh?
No, I hate it. You ever wrestled George Steele?
No,
No?
no, but
Bundy,
got a
though, right?
picture with him and stuff. Bundy,
wrestle
no,
Bundy? No?
no,
Any of the other guys?
because they were heels.
Oh yeah.
So I was a
that
heel,
makes sense
so I
little.
wouldn't come in as a heel because they go back to TV as heels.
Right.
You had to
So,
wrestle Tito a couple
You
times.
know, I mean, yeah. I
Tonka,
wrestled
Tito,
Tatanka.
Tonka's his
Tito,
favorite.
Snooker.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alice about 11 times. Chris Hamrick and
No,
Kate
Tony.
Oh, Tony.
Tony Atlas, yeah.
Tony
I thought he
Ellis.
said axe and smack.
No. But yeah, I wrestled a lot of doinks.
Right.
Everybody was a doink, I guess. You know.
Everybody was doing literally.
I mean, who else? I wrestled the Bushwhackers.
Jamie Noble?
Jamie
Snooker.
Noble a couple times. That,
Snooker.
let me-
That was my
Snook-
guy,
all right,
man, when I was little.
Snooker.
I
But
love snooker.
Listen, Jamie Noble.
Yeah.
Let me tell you right now. Just phenomenal.
Right.
He was always cool too.
He had all he said to me, like I said in my interview, was he looked at me. He says, "What do you want to do?" And I just said, "I'm old school. I don't jump. I don't." He's like, "Can you go?" And I said, "Go." He's like, "Yeah. If I just blow up, grab you, we run. Can you go?" I said, "Oh, I can go."
Right.
You know, and we went and we called hardly anything.
He did a leg drop off the top too, didn't he?
Yeah. And he hurt his ass. And I told him, don't. I said, "Why do you do that? Doesn't that hurt?" He goes, "Yeah." He goes, "It hurts my ass." I said, "Don't do it anymore then."
You know,
Didn't he give you the sit out powerbomb once?
Yeah, I told him to. I said, I know I'm tall and 230 pounds.
Right.
I said, but I will get out for your sit out power bomb. I'll get high enough for you to sit out. And then the second match we had, he did it. And we bang right over,
Right.
wicked good, boom, right on.
Yep. I have good memories of him. He was always good.
Is there anybody you guys wish you didn't wrestle?
Wish I didn't wrestle.
Yeah.
Didn't wrestle? Are you trying to cause heat? Because this stuff.
I mean, you guys are straight shooters, so I mean, you guys would be the best person to ask.
Everybody, this
Chris
guy.
Hamrick, just me and my Foster, we were wrestling tag. It's K Quick and Chris Hamrick against us.
I say
And he said his back hurt, and then he started lifting my partner up, like off the mat, with saying his back hurt, and he's doing squats with him. I'm like, so my buddy shot on him, dragged him over to my side of the thing, and he said,
Good old mate.
F this guy, if he ain't selling, tags me in. I go, what good? He gets out, go get him, mate. He says, I go grab him. He gets me in the corner. He goes, "What's wrong with your buddy?" And he chops me. I said, "Just don't chop me again, bro." You know what I mean? So we went into the thing, and then we almost got in a fist fight in the back room because he's screaming up and down. You know, when the face is over and he's got heat, and it's like the crowd wasn't even cheering. So we were just, it was just a mess. But yeah, that was horrible. horrible. You know, Jesus.
I can't think of somebody I wish I didn't wrestle.
Well, that's good.
Well,
Right?
I
That's gotta be
mean,
a good thing, right?
I've had some bad matches with
I mean,
people,
you're gonna
but
have bad matches with good people,
Right,
and you're gonna
of
have good
course.
matches with
Bad
bad
people.
people.
Right, right.
So
yeah,
That happens.
I tell like
it's all a learning
human,
curve one way or
right. I
another.
tell everybody this. I mean, you know, you're just as good as the person on the other side because you're doing a play.
Right.
It's just how good are you at playing. That's the outcome. Okay, how good are you selling each thing, the little things?
Right.
You know, you see a puppet, you don't want to see the guy's mouth move. Okay, just the same thing with wrestling. You wanna be lost and mesmerized in what you're watching like a movie.
Yep.
But this is live.
Right.
Okay, so there's no rewind.
Nope.
Unless you go watch the rerun on TV.
Right.
Okay, but that's the thing. You know what I mean? So
Right.
just be your best. You know, don't do things you don't know how.
Right.
And you'll be safer a lot, you know, and safer for the other people that you're wrestling. You know,
I could
learn
say
as you go.
anybody I wrestled who forgot they wrestled me, as in they got a big head and they
Oh,
were
yeah,
too good
yeah,
for
yeah,
you now.
Yeah.
All those people can suck it.
Right. I hear you.
There are
Yeah,
people
yeah.
who don't want to wrestle me.
Well, that's everybody, Dennis. But
Exactly.
anyway, so
I don't even want to
They're
wrestle you.
lost.
I don't even want to
can't look
wrestle
at
you,
it and say
dude.
they're lost, right? Because you gotta have, like, to be in the wrestling business, you really should have thick skin, correct?
yeah, you're gonna. But the
I mean-
thing is, it's like not thick meat, bro. Thick
You
skin.
know, thick skin where
I'm
you can
thickly
take
settled,
it.
all right? I'm thickly settled.
Yeah. You just like you know there's drama. You know there's people that
Right.
hate you.
Always.
You know there's so you
Like
just
work.
have to. Be
I don't
like,
even like everybody. I don't care if they like me.
Keep that out. Keep that out, and just run your own path.
Right.
Because no one's running it with you. It's yours. Your name. Your path. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Stay on your own path.
Hey, Leo,
Yeah.
take it home.
All
Oh,
right.
damn it.
Thanks, Jesus.
Already that went by already.
Jesus
Hey,
is something, huh?
yeah, God is good.
But
Hello?
guys, listen, I honestly can't thank you guys enough. I know
No.
everyone's
No,
getting
we
really
thank you.
excited
That's
to
good.
see
We
this,
thank you for
know?
having
We thank
us
you,
on
man.
and
I
stuff like
appreciate
that.
it for
It's really
having
cool
us.
coming up here. You know,
You
you
know,
run a good
see you
show.
around.
You're good for independent wrestling for New England.
I
and
love it.
We love it. We love
love
it.
it.
And that's why you got wrestlers that come up here and do this with you.
Right.
Because we love it just as much as you do to give people stories or whatever of New England wrestlers that are really not on TV, and you don't get to see that from us. You know what I mean?
Right,
So
right.
it's just good having a show that somebody likes us like that, and it's good to be here.
Thanks, man.
What do you
I
say?
really do.
No, it is. It's a blast, Leo. Anytime up here. Anytime.
No, it's so much fun. I love it.
Always,
you,
always a
guys.
pleasure. No, thanks for having us.
Guys, we're out.
Bigger Boys #1.
Peace, number one.
Later, bro.
Hi, guys. I hope you're enjoying the show. Listen, I could use a little help to grow my YouTube channel. So if you could please like, share, and subscribe, that's most importantly, subscribe. Send me a direct message, and I'll give you a shout out here on the show. My YouTube channel is real simple. It's just my name, Leo Connors. Thanks in advance. Peace.
The preceding program was provided by an independent producer solely responsible for its content. The opinions expressed do not necessarily represent the views of this station, its staff, board of directors, or underwriters.